गुड मॉर्निंग। ये 12th क्लास का पहला लेक्चर और पहला यूनिट से हम शुरू करेंगे। अब तुम्हारे सामने बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस होंगे। हमारा क्लास 12th का ईयर कैसा जाएगा, सिलेबस कैसा होगा, तो ये सब बातें की चिंता करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है। सब ये हम ठीक से करेंगे। तो पहले मैं समझाता हूँ कि आप क्लासेस कैसे चलेंगे और तुम लोगों को क्या करना है। सबसे पहले ध्यान दो कि एक बड़ा नोटबुक बनाना है, क्वायर नोटबुक, और जैसे हम क्लास में पढ़ाते थे इसी तरीके से सेम उसी में करना है। रोज़ एक छोटा सा यूनिट पढ़ाएंगे, असाइनमेंट मिलेगा, तुम्हें नोट्स लिखना है। नोट्स भी व्हाट्सएप के थ्रू मैं सर्कुलेट करूँगा। तो ये सब रेगुलर क्लास जैसे मेंटेन करना है, होमवर्क करना है, पढ़ना है, और रेगुलर एक 40 मिनट का एक वीडियो मिलेगा। कभी हम ऑनलाइन जाएंगे, कभी जूम ऐप थ्रू पढ़ाएंगे, कभी वीडियो लेक्चर्स डालेंगे, लिंक शेयर करेंगे। तो इस तरीके से ये करना है। और होमवर्क डेली करना है, जो पढ़ा है उसका नोट्स बनाना है, होमवर्क करना है, और जो होमवर्क किया उसको अपना व्हाट्सएप लिंक थ्रू शेयर करना है। तभी मुझे भी पता चलेगा कि सही में तुम अटैच है क्या नहीं, रेगुलर वर्क करने के ये सब बात पता चलेगी। तो ये 12th क्लास का पहला यूनिट है इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स। तो ये इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स में एनसीईआरटी का सिलेबस देखेंगे तो उसमें 2 यूनिट्स है, 2 चैप्टर्स है। पहला है इलेक्ट्रिक चार्जेस एंड फील्ड, एंड दूसरा है इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक पोटेंशियल एंड कैपेसिटेंस। ये दोनों मिला के अभी वेटेज चेंज हुआ, उसको 16 मार्क्स है। तो ये सब इम्पॉर्टेंट यूनिट है। पहला थोड़ा सा लेंदी है लेकिन इम्पॉर्टेंट है और लेकिन ईजी है। तो पहले शुरू करते हैं इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स। तो व्हाट इज द इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स? तो इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स इज ए theory of the charged particle at rest. This is charged particles at rest. तो चार्ज पार्टिकल एट रेस्ट, तो व्हाट इज द चार्ज? चार्ज क्या है? तो चार्ज इट इज ए इंट्रिंसिक प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ द एलिमेंट्री पार्टिकल ऑफ मैटर विच राइज द इलेक्ट्रिक फोर्स। तो ये क्या है? इट इज़ ए प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ द इंट्रिंसिक प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ द मैटर which rises when two charges come closer to each other. They exert a force. And electric charge, it is a scalar quantity, and SI unit is coulomb, or coulomb is denoted by C. So charge E, the value of the charge equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. Charge on the electron या proton. This is the value. So charge is a 2 types of the charge, positive and negative charge. The positive charge, this positive and negative charge. So the like charges means two positive charge, two positive charge, they are repel from each other, and positive and negative charge, they are attract. Similarly, negative charge, they are repel from each other. So this is about the charge, how this charge comes. When glass rod is rubbed with this silk cloth, the rubbing of the glass rod with the silk glass acquire the positive charge and silk negative charge. So how this is a positive negative charge they get acquired? When we rub glass rod with the silk, glass rod acquire the positive charge because it lose the electron. The material which having a higher the work function, it gain the electron, and material which having a lower the work function, it lose the easily electron. Then what is the work function? Work function means amount of work is done to remove the electron from the material. So material which having a lower the work, it lose the electron, and material which having a higher the work function, it gain the electron. Means the glass rod gain the lose the electron, and silk cloth acquire the or gain the electrons. So number of excess electrons are more, and so it is a negatively charged, and glass rod lose the electron, so it becomes a positively charged. So when charge is a transfer from the one body to another, its mass is also transferred. And how this charge is acquired, there are the different methods to transfer the charge. One atom is electrically neutral when the number of protons equal to number of neutrons, and the different method of the charging by conduction. So this is the methods of the charging. Methods of charging. One, this is the conduction. Conduction means when two body, one is a charged body, another is an uncharged body, they touch with each other, then charge flow from the one body to another body with a direct conduction. Another is a charging by induction. Induction means when two bodies, one is a charged body, suppose this is the one body, it is having a positive charge, and another body which is uncharged. So when they are closer with each other, that actually there is no physical contact between the two bodies, it having a negative charge this side and positive charge is get repelled. And when we connect this to the earth, then this positive charge will be flown out to the ground, and when we separate these two bodies, this becomes a positively charged, this is the positive, and when separate these two bodies, this is a negative charge. Means without any physical contact, these two body, one A having a positively charged and B is a negative charge. This method is known as a induction. And third method, it is a charging the body by friction. Just I took the one example कि ग्लास रॉड को सिल्क के साथ रब किया, तो ग्लास by friction, due to the friction, heat is produced, and glass having a lower the work function, it lose the electrons, silk acquire the electron, it get negatively charged, and glass having a positive charge. This is a method of the charging. Third, this is known as a friction, by friction. So method of the charging the body is by conduction, by charging by induction, yeah, by friction. Then basic properties of the charge. Let us start the basic properties of charge. The first property, it is a charge additive nature of the charge. Charge get added means this to charge, net charge is, suppose the body having the charge Q1, Q2, Q3, Qn charges, the charges get added. Q1, Q2, Q3, this is a Qn. Means suppose the body having this is the charge 2 coulomb, 3 coulomb, -2 coulomb या 4 coulomb having a the total charge or net q net equal to 2 plus 3 plus 4 minus 2 means this is the total charge is a 7 coulomb. This is the additive property of a charge. Then another property is a conservation of a charge. Conservation of charge. Charge is neither be created or nor destroyed. It just transfer from the one body to another body. हम चार्ज क्रिएट नहीं करते ना डिस्ट्रॉय कर सकते हैं. Just when rubbing the one body over the other by the friction, one body lose the electron, another gain the electron, means just transfer of the charge is takes place from the one body to another body. Total charge is conserved. Third property, quantization of charge. क्वांटाइजेशन ऑफ चार्ज. जैसे क्वांटाइजेशन का मतलब होता है कि चार्ज कभी आधा में नहीं मिलेगा. जैसे हम मार्केट में जाते हैं 2 पेन परचेस करें, हम 5 पेन मांगते हैं. वी कैन नॉट परचेस द 5.5 पेन. इन दिस वे चार्ज इज ऑलवेज एग्जिस्ट in the form of number. So the q is equal to always q minus plus minus NEA. N is a integer. So the charge is always occurs in the form of complete number. So this half charge will not be exerted. There is one simple question. Okay, can body acquire the charge? Can body, this is the question, suppose 1, can body acquire charge of 18 into 10 raised to minus 18 coulomb? कोई बॉडी अगर ये चार्ज एक्वायर कर सकता है क्या? So we can find out this charge can be transferred to the any body or accumulate this charge. So q is equal to NE. N equal to q divided by E. Q 18 into 10 raised to minus 18 coulomb and 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. So this N equal to 18 divided by 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 18 plus 19. So the N equal to 18 1.6 into 10 raised to 1 means N equal to 180 divided by 1.6, and this value this equal to some 12.5. So this is not an integer, means the body will not accumulate the charge equal to 18 into 10 raised to minus 18 coulomb, because the number of n is an integer and this value is a fraction. It is not a complete integer. So this is not possible to accumulate this charge on any body. This is an example. So just we learned the charges having a property that like charges are attract or like charges are repel from each other and unlike charges are attract to each other. So what is the amount of force? कितना फोर्स है? 2 चार्जेस अगर नज़दीक आया तो एक दूसरों को अट्रैक्ट करेंगे या रिपेल करेंगे. दैट डिपेंड्स ऑन द चार्ज ऑन इट. लेकिन वो कितना करेंगे तो quantitatively we can find out this by using the law this known as a Coulomb's law. Coulomb's law in electrostatics. Coulomb's law. The force, this law is force of interaction, force of interaction between two charges. It may be attractive or repulsive. Is number one, directly proportional to product of the charges, and inversely proportional to square of distance from their centers. Distance between them. So this is the Coulomb law. Coulomb law ये बताता है कि अगर दो चार्जेस है, नज़दीक आएंगे, अगर लाइक चार्जेस है तो रिपेल हो जाएंगे, अनलाइक मतलब डिफरेंट चार्जेस है तो क्या होगा, अट्रैक्ट होंगे. दैट फोर्स कितना है, कितना फोर्स से वो अट्रैक्ट होंगे या रिपेल होंगे, ये कूलम्ब्स लॉ से हम कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं. So force of interaction, Coulomb's law states the force of interaction between the two charges, either attractive or repulsive, is directly proportional to the product of charges and inversely proportional to the square of distance from their centers between them. Suppose the charge Q1 and another charge, this Q2, separated by a distance from their center is r, then the force of these are the charges both having a positive charge, so they repel from each other. The force exerted by 1 due to second, this force 2 due to 1. The force of the repulsion between these two charges, it is directly proportional to the product of the charge Q1, Q2, and this is inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. This directly proportional to the product of their charges and inversely proportional square of distance between them. So the F is equal to 1 divided by this is a proportionality constant, we can write here K equal to Q1 Q2 divided by R square, and this value of the K proportionality constant is 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. This is equal to, this is value of the 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught, this is equal to 9 into 10 raised to 9, and unit of it, this is Newton meter square per coulomb square. Just this is the value of the K. F is F force is in a Newton, R distance in a meter, and the Q1 Q2 these are the in a coulomb, so it is a per coulomb square. So this is the Coulomb's law. It is a very important law which is used to find out the force of interaction between the two charges, either is attractive or repulsive. So this is a Coulomb's law. Then F is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 divided by R square. This is the law is known as a Coulomb's law. It is in the form of orbital. Then in a vector form of a Coulomb's law. So this is the magnitude vector, means it includes the direction, कौन सा direction में. तो in a vector form, the first charge Q1, the force exerted by the first charge due to the second, equal to, this is the K Q1 Q2 divided by R square, and into the unit vector. So unit vector वेक्टर यूनिट वेक्टर A equal to vector A divided by magnitude of the vector A. This is the representation of the unit vector. In the same way, we can write here when the force exerted by the first charge due to the second is equal to K Q1 Q2 divided by R square in a vector form. So here the position vector we can write this is along this direction for the first charge. This is a final minus initial final, this is a final minus initial, so R2 minus R1, this is the representation. Or this will be when these two charges are free, the direction of this charge move कहाँ जाएगा ये, तो it will be repel means it will go along this direction. Similarly, when the position vector for this equal to this equal to final minus initial, so final कहाँ जाएगा, इधर, तो जैसे R1 minus R2, this is final minus initial, final minus initial, this is in a vector form R1 minus R2, this is the R2 और ये R2 minus R1. So unit vector we can write here R1 minus R2 divided by magnitude of this R1 R2, and R equal to magnitude of R1 minus R2, so vector form 1 2 equal to K Q1 Q2 R1 minus R2, this is position vector, divided by this is a R cube, R1 minus R2 इसका cube. So this is the Coulomb's law in a vector form. Then the limitation of the Coulomb's law. So Coulomb's law is used to find the force of attraction or repulsion between the two charges. Now the limitation of the Coulomb's law. Limitation of Coulomb's law. First limitation, the electric charges must be at rest, because the electrostatic is a theory of the rest charge particles. So this first limitation is a electric charge कैसे चाहिए, रेस्ट में चाहिए. दूसरा इलेक्ट्रिक चार्ज इट्स विल बी ए पॉइंट साइज. Electric charge it should be a point charges. Coulomb's law is not used for the extended body. It is not used for the extended charge bodies. Not used for extended charge body. This is the second limitation. And separation distance between the two charges Q1 and Q2, this will be the separation distance R. This R is a large as compared to the size of the atom, or this should be large as compared to the size of the atom. So these are the three limitations of the Coulomb's law. Now the another the principle of superposition principle. Superposition principle. अगर दो चार्जेस है तो या आइदर पॉजिटिव या निगेटिव, Coulomb's law हम easily apply कर सकते हैं और we can find out the force of attraction or repulsion. If there are the number of charges जैसे Q1, Q2, Q3, these are the number of charges, they are separated from the some distance. So we have to find out the net force exerted on one particular charge due to presence of the others. So this will be known as a superposition principle. We can find out the net force on the charge due to presence of a large number of charges. This is known as a superposition principle. So in this case, suppose we have to find out the net force exerted by Q2, the force net on Q2 due to the presence of the Q1 and Q2. This will be, we can written F2 due to 1 plus F2 due to the third. In this way, if there are the large number of charges, so the net charge due to the all the charges present, we can find out F net on a n charge. If n charges in the system, then F net equal to F n due to the first charge, F n due to the second charge, F n3 due to this third charge, dash dash dash. This is a F n due to the n minus 1 charges. So this is the superposition principle, means we can calculate the net force exerted by the charges due to presence of another charge equal to sum of all the charges, sum of the force exerted by all the charges. In this case, the Coulomb's law, F is equal to K Q1 Q2 divided by R square. So charge, this value is a constant, K is a constant, so F is inversely proportional to the square of the separation distance between the two charges. And this we can represent on the graph. Suppose this is the force on the y-axis, x-axis there is distance. The nature of the graph will be inversely proportional. In this way, we can find out that when there are the large number of charges, we can find out resultant force due to the presence of all the charges. Then what is the K? K is known as a proportionality constant, or that proportionality constant K, the value equal to K equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught, and the epsilon naught, this is known as a permittivity in a free space vacuum or air. This is the value of a permittivity in a free space or in a air or vacuum. What is the permittivity? Permittivity, it is a property of the medium which determines the electric force between the two charges. It is a property of medium which determine the electric force between the two charges. Electric force between the two charges. This is known as a permittivity. The permittivity of a free space, and when these charges are placed in a water, another medium, this is the epsilon naught, it is a permittivity in a free space. Suppose these two charges placed in a water, then the permittivity in a, this is a epsilon naught is 1 by 80 times than the as compared to the free space. So that Coulomb's law, when medium is a change between these two charges, then Coulomb's law will be modified. F in a vacuum or air equal to 1k 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 divided by r square, or F in a medium equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 divided by r square. So this is for the medium, it is a epsilon. When we divide these two, if we divide to this way, f v divided by f m, this will be a, all are the common, so this will be a 1 epsilon divided by epsilon naught. This is the epsilon divided by epsilon naught, and this ratio is known as a k. K is a dielectric constant. It's known as a dielectric constant. This is known as a permittivity, and based on this Coulomb's law, we will take the one numerical. By using the Coulomb's, we can solve this numerical by using the Coulomb's law और सुपरपोजिशन प्रिंसिपल यूज करके हम एक न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व करेंगे इसके रिलेटेड. तो अब तक हमने एक छोटा सा टॉपिक पढ़ा, Coulomb's लॉ, चार्जेस, प्रॉपर्टी, Coulomb's लॉ एंड सुपरपोजिशन प्रिंसिपल. सो ये छोटा सा एक यूनिट था. इससे रिलेटेड क्या क्या न्यूमेरिकल्स है, क्या क्या पढ़ना है हमें, कि कौन सा किस टाइप का न्यूमेरिकल्स आता है, इसके ऊपर हम थोड़ा डिस्कस करेंगे. एक छोटा सा न्यूमेरिकल मैंने बोर्ड पे ऊपर रखा है. तो इसका Coulomb's लॉ और सुपरपोजिशन प्रिंसिपल का यूज़ करके हमें इसको सॉल्व करना है. देखो 4 चार्जेस QA 2 माइक्रोकूलम, QB 5 माइक्रोकूलम -5 माइक्रोकूलम, QC 2 माइक्रोकूलम एंड QD -5 microcoulomb are located at the corners of the square. A, B, C, D, it is a square, and these charges are located at the corners of the square. Side of the square is a 10 centimeter. What is the force on the charge of a 1 microcoulomb? This is a place at the center of the square. So in this numerical, we have to use the Coulomb's law and superposition principle. तो 4 चार्जेस है, 2 माइक्रोकूलम, -5 माइक्रोकूलम, 2 माइक्रोकूलम एंड -5 माइक्रोकूलम. It is a place on the corners of this square, and the side of this square is a 10 centimeter, and at the center of this square 1 plus 1 microcoulomb charge is a place. So what is the force exerted on this 1 microcoulomb charge due to the presence of this 4 charges? So this numerical we have to solve by using the Coulomb's law. First ये 2 चार्ज के बारे में सोचो, ये 1 माइक्रोकूलम है, ये 2 माइक्रोकूलम है. ये due to the force of interaction between these 2 charges, it will not interfere or it will not change due to presence of the another charges. We have to assume it. तो ये दोनों की कितना फोर्स होगा? तो फोर्स ऑन ए 1 microcoulomb charge due to the charge placed at the A. So this we can write force at a F equal to 1 divided this is 4 pi epsilon naught QA or Q at naught, Q naught at the center into R square. R is a separation distance between these two. We can find the R, find the distance R, find the distance R. So R equal to, this is 10 centimeter, 10 centimeter, or this is the hypotenuse. So we can write by using the Pythagoras theorem. this is a 10 का square plus 10 का square, so r equal to this is the total distance, this is the AC, or r equal to, this will become say half of it. So r equal to OA is the same as OB, is the same as OC, equal to OD, equal to, this is under root 200 divided by 2. So 200, we can split the 200 into 100 into 2 divided by 2. So 10 into root 2 divided by 2. So r equal to 5 root 2 centimeter, or in meter 5 into root 2 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. So this is the separation distance. So FA, this equal to, you can write the value of this is 4, this is the 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, this equal to 9 into 10 raised to 9, this is the value. Charge की हुई है, it is a 2 microcoulomb, we can write it is 2 micro means 10 raised to minus 6 into, this is the 1 microcoulomb 10 raised to minus 6 divided by r square, r is a 5 into root 2, 5 into root 2 into 10 raised to minus 2 square, right? Then this equal to 9 into 2 into 10 raised to 9, और ये दोनों, this is the minus 12 divided by 5 का square, this is 25 root 2 का square 2, और ये 10 raised to minus 4, 18 divided by 50 into 10 raised to, this is a minus 3, this is the minus 3 plus 4, so this equal to 180 divided by 51 get cancel, 5 30, so 5 3 5 3 15, और ये 3 6 Newton. So this is the FA. This is the force exerted by this 1 coulomb charge due to this 2 microcoulomb charge. 1 microcoulomb, this force exerted 1 microcoulomb charge due to this 2 microcoulomb charge. अगर ये माइनस ये चार्ज 1, अब ये हो गया मैग्नीट्यूड, हमें डायरेक्शन का भी पता होना चाहिए किस डायरेक्शन में जाएगा. तो अश्यूम करो कि ये चार्ज अगर फ्री है, बाकी सबको भूल जाओ, ये चार्ज अगर फ्री है और ये चार्ज की वजह से ये कहाँ जाएगा, इन विच डायरेक्शन इट विल गो. तो ये पॉजिटिव है, ये भी पॉजिटिव है, इसका मतलब ये चार्ज अगर इसकी वजह से ये डायरेक्शन में जाएगा. सो दिस इज द डायरेक्शन ऑफ एफ ए, राइट. सो वी कैन राइट दिस ए फोर्स एफ ए अलॉन्ग किस डायरेक्शन में, ओ सी, अलॉन्ग ओ सी. In this way, similarly we can find the force exerted by this 1 microcoulomb charge due to the minus 5 microcoulomb charge. So we can write this as FB, formula is the same, value we can substitute 9 into 10 raised to 9. ये कितना है, 5 माइक्रोकूलम, माइनस साइन नहीं लिखना क्योंकि वो डायरेक्शन के लिए है, मैग्नीट्यूड फाइंड कर रहे हैं हम इसका 10 raised to minus 6, और सेपरेशन डिस्टेंस आर स्क्वायर 5 इंटू रूट 2 इंटू 10 raised to minus 2 इसका स्क्वायर. सो एफ बी आफ्टर द कैलकुलेशन 9 इंटू 5 इंटू 10 raised to 12 माइनस माइनस 3 डिवाइड बाई 5 का स्क्वायर 25 और इंटू 2 इंटू 10 raised to minus 4. सो दिस इक्वल टू एफ बी equal to 9 into 5 divided by 50, या 5 5 are ये 5 10 into 10 raised to 1. This will get cancelled. FB equal to 9 न्यूटन। सो व्हाट इज़ द डायरेक्शन? अगर ये माइनस चार्ज है, प्लस चार्ज है, 1 माइक्रोकूलम चार्ज को अगर फ्री करेंगे तो ये कहाँ जाएगा? इट विल गेट अट्रैक्टेड। सो डायरेक्शन विल बी अलोंग दिस इज द एफ बी। सिमिलर दिस चार्ज दिस अगेन इट इज़ ए 2 माइक्रोकूलम। अगर इसको फ्री किया तो ये कहाँ जाएगा? ये डायरेक्शन में, दिस इज द एफ सी। और ये अगर इसको फ्री किया तो ये कहाँ जाएगा? माइनस है तो ये यहाँ अट्रैक्ट होगा, दिस इज द एफ डी। सो हियर फोर्स एफ ए equal to force FC. This is the opposite in a direction. This force FB equal to force FD but opposite direction. So F net equal to F A plus FB plus FC plus FD. But due to the opposite direction, their sign is a minus, this is a minus, so this is F net equal to 0. So my 1 microcoulomb charge will not experience any force because this is net force exerted equal to 0. So in this way, here we use the superposition principle to find out the net force and Coulomb's law to find out the force between the two charges. जब ये दो चार्ज का फोर्स कैलकुलेट करते तो बाकी दूसरे चार्ज को भूल जाना है। जस्ट ये दोनों का कैलकुलेट करो, इसका डायरेक्शन फाइंड करो, इसका कैलकुलेट करो, डायरेक्शन फाइंड करो एंड नेट फोर्स को सभी को जोड़ लो। ये तरीके से हमें ये यूनिट का अलग अलग, कभी ट्रायंगल के ऊपर, ट्रायंगल के कॉर्नर के ऊपर रख के वर्टाइसिस के ऊपर रहेंगे, कभी स्क्वायर मिलेगा, कभी हेक्सागोन मिलेगा। तो ये अलग अलग तरीके से इसका नेट फोर्स कैलकुलेट करते हैं कोई भी एक फोर्स के ऊपर, एक चार्ज के ऊपर। तो अलग अलग तरीके से इसे सॉल्व कर सकते हैं और बेस इज़ द सेम, कूलम्ब्स लॉ यूज़ करना है और फोर्स फाइंड, दो चार्ज के बीच का फोर्स फाइंड करना है, नेट फोर्स कैलकुलेट करना है बाय यूजिंग दिस सुपरपोजिशन प्रिंसिपल। तो इसका ये जो वीडियो था छोटा सा यूनिट का कूलम्ब्स लॉ, इसके ऊपर कुछ न्यूमेरिकल असाइनमेंट के लिए मिलेंगे। तो मैं ये रेगुलर असाइनमेंट कंप्लीट करना है और इसका नोट्स मैं व्हाट्सएप के ऊपर शेयर करूँगा। वो नोट्स भी तुम्हें लिखना है और असाइनमेंट के क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करना है। Okay, goodbye.